Hello, 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 and welcome, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your romantic soulmate read for June, July 2020, or timeless, depending on when you're coming across this. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, and president of Jarring the Circle Productions, ready to read for you today with kitty cats running all over the place. Well, welcome to Mutable Air. Here we go. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, because I am putting out content pretty much every single day if you're interested that way, as well as feel free to comment in the comment section below should you be taken to do so. Mutable air, communicating air sign. There you are. Cool, cool. A couple of things. This is a general reading. Please do keep that in mind. It's not a personal reading. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. Check your other signs. That's why I'm doing Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for particularly relationship-based spreads, like a soul contract read, which is what a soulmate reading is. It's a reading of a particular kind of agreement between two souls incarnating within the same time and space in terms of a relationship to help each other heal, which is what soulmate contracts are. There are some links in the description box below, some videos that will go further into that. That gives a little foundation to how I do these readings, particular in terms of the difference between soulmate and twin flame. That being said, you have all different types of soulmate contracts. They're not all sexual romantic. This reading is for the sexual romantic ones, because that's the ones we want to know about. I'm like, duh, my mom's my soulmate too, you know, but we help each other heal. That's the foundation of the contract. But all I got to do is call her and ask her how we're doing, and I know how we're doing, you know what I mean? So there you have that. So here's the thing. We're looking at it as a contract. Celtic cross spread, 10 cards for the Celtic cross spread, but 5 other cards to help clarify. Rather than doing divine masculine, divine feminine, as these readings are usually ordered in that way, we're going to do you, the zodiac sign in this case, the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, and the soulmate as the first 2 cards down in the Celtic cross, which is a fun way to do it. My guides like switching it up every now and again. It seems I've been doing it a lot this year because everything's been switched up this year. So let's dive in. Please focus on your breath. You'll be able to take what resonates, leave what doesn't that way. And I'll do the same to bring you in the guidance, the clarity, and the soulmate contract stuff that you need to know about this June, July, or timeless. Cool, cool. Take a deep breath. I'm going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype cards, just 2, one for you, my Gemini, and the other for the soulmate in this soulmate contract. Here we go. My collective pantheons. Here we go, of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, I need 2 cards, one for the Gemini and one for the soulmate, but please, let's start with 1 card for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract for June, July 2020, or timeless. Who am I dealing with here? Who's my Gemini? Okay, who's the twin? Because this is going to be interesting. Look at my eyes. This is going to be interesting. Who's the twin? The twin. Who's, God forbid, who's the soulmate here, please? My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved in this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract, June, July 2020. By the way, happy birthday if it's your birthday. Le Saboteur and the Beggar. Oh no! So here's the thing. The Beggar and the Saboteur archetype, I can hear it from my guides already, that this particular archetypal combo can be seen so in the shadow that it feels twin flamey to me. But the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate contract, twin flames, you teach each other how to heal yourselves. Did you catch the motion? You teach each other how to love yourselves, how to heal yourselves, usually by it being very tumultuous, traumatic, and triggery, right? But transformative. You learn a lot in twin flames. They burn off what you don't need so that you can be the mate to your own soul, hence a better soulmate. This is a soulmate contract read, so we're really going to look at they're helping each other heal whatever is in the shadow here so that they can more embody the qualities of the light, the healthier, the gold rather than the lead. This is why I find this type of reading fascinating, particularly what we're going to do with the Celtic cross on top of these two. So, for the Gemini, this is you, the shadow attribute, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Now look, we've all had to depend on others in our lives, but it's that exclusion of effort thing that's really in the shadow of the Beggar. But the light attribute, catch this almost has a scriptural feel to it, as in Holy Scripture. The light attribute confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. Okay, makes sense. Awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Can you feel the holiness in that? Can you feel that? And it's right in those words. Awakens the spiritual authority. Sit with that. Sit with that, because your soulmate's the Saboteur. Now here's the thing about the Saboteur. It's one of the 4 survival archetypes. Everybody's got the Saboteur archetype. Even you, the Gemini with the Beggar archetype, have the Saboteur archetype. Why? Because everybody's got the Saboteur archetype. It's how we learn how to survive. The shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. It's when you do the thing that you know is going to disempower yourself. Now, this is about decisions, not just the idle choices that we may or may not make. It's about, am I going to do the thing that may be hard that will empower me, or retreat and do the thing that is easy, which is just, like for instance, this is the one that has always clarified. I try and drink a lot of water. Let's say you make the commitment every day for the next 30 days, whatever. You're going to drink 8-ounce glasses of water a day. Now, the first week, you're going to be urinating a lot, right? Week 2, you're like, well, no one will know. You know. You set out the thing, but you are choosing not to empower rather than disempower yourself. It's something as simple as that. Or your gut says yes, and you're like, no, because it's uncomfortable. You say no. That's such a form of disempowerment. So we all do that. But now catch the light attribute. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So this is your soulmate, that they are looking at major life choices right now. Life-changing decisions is my sense of it, because no one intentionally, well, it's the people who are intentionally sabotorial that we call villains and criminals and that kind of stuff. I'm not getting that vibe here, but with a Beggar and a Saboteur, this is a huge opportunity to heal, not just individually, but together as a soul contract, whether you've met each other or not, doesn't matter. Soul contract, quantum entanglement. Let's have a look-see-duck-see, shall we? We're going to do Daughters of the Moon Tarot. 10 cards. Right on top. We're going to put the first 2 right on top of these. You'll see I pop up a picture at the end. Let's have at it. Breathe. My goddesses, shuffle these cards through me. I need to know. 10 cards. Celtic cross spread. Gemini collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Soulmate contract. Timeless, but June, July 2020. Beggar. Gemini Beggar contract. Soulmate contract with a Saboteur. I feel it. There it is. All right. Ready? My goddesses, please. 1 card in clarity then. For this Gemini in this twin flame contract, what is the card that covers? This Saboteur who crosses. For good or for ill. It's the subject of the environment or the person dealing with is our saboteur there. Please show me what is at the core. Please, I feel you. I'll let you go around again. Please show me what is behind them. What's in there behind this contract? What crowns them? What's coming in? What's before them on the path not yet here? What is the lesson being offered? How does how does the world see them? Horizontal trajectory. I'll take that if you're just one. Yes, you are. What is the destiny hewn from fate on the hero's journey of this soulmate contract? And what is the outcome, considering the timeline and the lifetime and the quantum variations of it all? What is the predictable outcome for this soulmate contract? June, July 2020, or timeless. Ready? Remember, we start you as the beggar. I'm trying to make that light go out. There we go. It's a little blinding. The beggar archetype, and you've got conflict. All right. So keeping in mind the nature of an air sign in general, we're going to start simply with the mental part of it. That there's something that you want, and there's a but to it. It's like, I want it, but I want it, but I want it, but, and things may not be in a place either financially or physically in terms of your environment where you are right now, that there's not much that you can do about it. It does feel, this feels a little stuck between a rock and a hard place. So to really confront your empowerment at the level of physical survival, I mean, I'm going to keep going, but in terms of this contract, it very much feels like one foot on the gas, I really, really want this, but one foot on the brake, I really, really, really can't. And the saboteur, who you got? Justice. Ma'at. Okay. So it does feel like, and keep in mind, there's, like I said, something that feels very twin flamey about this, but is not. This is a soulmate contract read. That's why I do the reading separately. But there's a lot going on here in terms of karma. If you want to take the past life reincarnational stuff into it, some people do, some people don't, and I understand both sides of that. I understand the pro and con of all of that, at least so far. But is definitely weighing things out. The saboteur is really trying to make wise just, balanced decisions here, while this beggar here might very, very well be hungry. I don't want to say this about you, Gemini, but this is the nature of Gemini, that one of you might be starving and the other you might be holding food, sustenance at an arm's length. We all do it, though, you know. It's that intention, counter intention balance. I want it, but I want it, but I want it, but. What's at the core here? Well, is burnout. Now, the card is called burnout, and we think of that as exhaustion, and certainly that can be a part of this. But it's the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Flames. If you think of other decks, particularly the Rider-Waite, which we all pretty much cut our teeth on, or at least we used to 30 years ago, there's that thing of soaring through the air, right? It's that rapid fire and passion, like a forest fire, like a burnout, like something that's really, really, like even when you want to clear a field so that you could farm, you know, or whatever. It's a horrible idea. Honestly, I'm a past life dryad, but you know what I mean? And out of that comes fertile ash, right? So it can be that there is a lot of desire here between these two. That's the beauty of using a Celtic cross in a relationship context, is then that really would be shared on the inside, that there is this passion, there is this drive, this attraction, and wanting to move forward, but on a yin level, not necessarily manifested in the yang, at least as we can see right now. So I could see these two not being together. And if you look at the cards, you see the dual nature, right? The justice one side, the other, the conflict one side, the other. So there seems to be some, it feels like these two know each other. I'm going to say you two probably know each other, but may not be together. It's going to play itself out differently. Where you been? What's in your behind? Three Cups. You know each other. It's definitely a friendship, an emotional bond of something or other, or perhaps you've been you've played together before romantically, but it never really came together as a thing, right? There might be some flirtation there, some vibe, some energy there. What's crowning, what's coming into the moment now, good old Eight of Cups. You just cannot do a relationship-based spread sooner or later without somebody walking away. But what I love in this deck is the depiction. It's not so much walking away, it's walking into, right? There are some cups that are spilled, there are some cups that aren't, but leading her into herself. I mean, she took a boat to an island with a torch. It is really hard to row with a torch in your hand, I can only imagine. So, you know, she had to, this wasn't easy, is even the vibe I get on this. It's like, this isn't easy for either one of you. The both of you are probably in isolation from each other, willfully or not, right? And what comes of that? You are in a time of appraisal, of assessing the value. Is this worth it? My sense is that the passion between you is one thing, the practicality of the two of you is another, but do keep in mind this be a soulmate contract. Doesn't mean you're going to necessarily live happily ever after together. I don't think that guarantees for anyone. Everybody has free will and choice. Soulmates tend to work themselves out, though, over time. They find each other, you know. It's very once upon a time. It's very, very, very that. What is the lesson here for these two? Sure enough, the hermit, she who rides alone, the Kaliach, the wise one. You're doing the hermit thing right now. Absolutely. You're learning how to be with yourself, how to heal yourself, how to love yourself, so that you can be a better soulmate. Either one of you or both of you might already be in twin flame based stuff or coming out of twin flame based stuff, or, you know, either or. And really riding this time alone. You're learning wisdoms that you can only learn alone. Sometimes it's just you and the gods, you know. As horrible as the path of true love has been for me personally and painful, I wouldn't trade it, because it's what you learn out of it on a healing level. I'm a healer, so I guess that's part of it too. The amount of stuff that has nothing to do with any of them, it's just the path brings it out of you. It's amazing stuff. From the outside looking in, there is something magical here. This is the card of the witch, the magician. So there is something starting. Oh, there's something happening here from the outside looking in. There's definitely things, they just gave are coming into alignment, which is very much the lightning rod effect of the magician, or in this deck, the witch, aligning the air, the fire, the water, the earth, right? The thought, the desire, the emotion, and the action into form. It does feel like, you know, I have to say, people are like, when am I going to be my soulmate? It's like, when you're scripted to, it's the point, it's a contract. Like, believe me, heaven's going to keep it's part of it. You just have to do yours, and you don't know what yours is, and they know that, right? You just keep doing your thing, just keep loving yourself, right? So from the outside looking in, there's definitely something afoot here, magically. Your destiny, where you are on the hero's journey in terms of this relationship, fate into destiny, alchemy kind of stuff. A communication is coming. Someone's going to have to make the first move, at least to say hi, right? Yes, it is the Ace of Blades. It's a new thought coming in. And usually what would stimulate that type of one of you reaching out to each other, if you're not in communication, and the Eight of Cups and the Hermit, you're not. So if you're thinking this is somebody, well, at least then you're not in open, honest communication with each other, though, because this feels like a drop of light comes in to the third eye, and you see things differently individually, and somebody reaches out. That's the next step in the destiny here. And that's what I love about the position of it. It's like, you can say no to that, right? You can resist that, but it's an opportunity to alchemize lead to gold, to step from the suffering your fate into manifesting your destiny. Well, your outcome card is the death card. It's the Jean Grey card. It's the Phoenix card. Oh, Marvel Girl. Wow, a total transformation. Look, I will tell you this. I don't think you're ready for each other right now. I think that you're both going through so much stuff right now. The connection that you have, it's only a 3 here, but this is a soulmate thing. Just want to check. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, well, 4 out of 6 major arcana not gigantic. There's your fire. Sorry, that's your spirit. Or is there any air? There's one air. There are 3 fire. Oh, and they're the vertical too, because you've got the 8, the 4, and oh no, and that's cups. Sorry. So you have a balance of the elements, but let's keep going. We have 3 more to go to inform this, and that's what I like about these. There you are. We are going to get Healing with the Angel Oracle. What is the angel that is extending its wings and hands to each of you individually in this contract? It's sort of like, what is the angel assigned to your contract right now? Kind of, sort of. Breathe. My angels are like, you must be exhausted after that Daughters of the Moon. I'm like, that was a lot. My angels, please. One card in clarity. What is the healing angel available to this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate contract for May, June 2020? Or timeless, involving this Gemini beggar and this soulmate of the Saboteur in their ratio from lead to gold. Who is the angel that reaches out to help them, June, July, or timeless? The angel of forgiveness. It's the F word. Run! Censor! Bleep it out. Oh, forgiveness. Oh, gee, you're just going to have to forgive each other and forgive yourselves. And gee, that doesn't sound like something that would heal, huh? You're helping each other heal. I'm just going to leave that there for the moment, because let's just see what the higher selves have to say. Because, honey, I am a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles. I'm going to talk about forgiveness forever. And it's just theoretical until you actually make the decision to be. All it takes is a small willingness, consistently applied, sometimes every day for the rest of your life, but, you're willing. Shall we? Higher selves of all involved. That means from the beggar and the saboteur, please, the higher selves of all involved. What is the whisper of love, the point of view, the guidance, the grace from the higher selves of all involved in this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract for May, June 2020, or timeless, please. Slow down. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Slow down. You with me? Makes sense. 8 of Cups, walking away, at least into yourself, let's hope. The Hermit. You're going through a transformation. The more painful things are, and this is an energy thing, Matt Kahn talks about it. Pain is a sign of deep transformation going on within your life, but no one's expecting you to go, oh yeah, great then, right? No. But you can slow it down. It's okay to slow down. Isn't that right, Melky? Come on up. I'm almost done. Kids, what are you going to do? Come on, buddy. Come sit with Mama. Like you've never jumped up in this chair before. Never work with animals or children. One more card down, though, and then we'll pop up the picture of it all, and we'll see what else the guides provide. We're getting you a healing mantra deck card. Now, by the way, the Saboteur here, I guess, would be considered the cross watcher. Isn't that right, my sweetheart, my angel, my love bug? He's my sweetheart. So whoever does this mantra, whoever works with the angel of forgiveness, whoever gets the slow down thing, there's a quantum entanglement in a soulmate contract. So you're going to help each other heal, whether you know each other or not, whether you're right next to each other or miles and miles away. So let's have a look-see-duck-see. The Ascended Masters of Twin Flame, God forbid, for now. The Ascended Masters of Soulmate contracts. I know it's all the same division, but anyway, I'm a Virgo. Breathe. My Ascended Masters of Soulmate contracts, please. One card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, soulmate contract. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, soulmate contract, June, July 2020, or timeless. Opening my mind, which is great for an air sign. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. I'm going to read it for you. I just want to see. Yeah, well, that's interesting with the Ace of Cups in your position of destiny. Are you willing to see things in a new way? Are you willing to allow the new seed thought to come in? That's very interesting. Very interesting. Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you are no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. In other words, the quantum entanglement, not just with your soulmate, but your unity entanglement, because we're all essentially one thing, right? So it's the holographic nature of healing. So as you're evolving, you're helping all humanity heal, right? To open yourself up even to that level of it. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. I want to say that's kind of lovely. This mantra is ideal for ending the inner negotiation with the ego, unraveling self-sabotage, Saboteur, and confronting the inevitability of loss, because with all gain there is loss, with all loss makes room for gain, and around and around and around we go. Wow, that's very, very, very astute and apropos and kind of clicks. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. We'll weave all that in, because with the opening my mind part, like I said, it immediately reflects over to the Ace of Blades and the Destiny position, but let's pop up the picture and we will have at it, shall we? Nice deep breath. Magic clap. We start off with you, my beloved Gemini, with the Beggar archetype, the shadow attribute, dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. And though, yes, this often refers to in a physical, financial way, maybe it is part of that dependence that is more emotional, mental, psychological, that codependent part of it that everybody deals with, but the millions of people do. The light attribute confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So there is a spiritual power available to you in what you're going through right now in this this contract, whether you're with this person or not. That's really divine here, and I would suggest you look into that, but understand that part of that is tied in with this conflict, the Four of Flames, this card of conflict. Now, I know the Four of Flames want to say, oh, it's a marriage card. That's a card of, like a party is coming, right, in the Rider-Waite Tarot. But in this deck in particular, it is saying as much as you want it, you may be afraid of it. And that can definitely be part of the Beggar aspect of that in its shadow. With the partner here, the soulmate contract that you're helping each other heal this, is the Saboteur in the shadow, induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others, right? But this, well, we'll get to the tarot card on top of it in a second. The light attribute highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. So I really feel like the soulmate partner here is really ready to see things differently, or is really trying to balance the scales of justice here and do things right and be more fair, because so you can say that the shadow is the victim, the light is the victor, right? One who transcends victimization through victory. Well, then the Saboteur for me alchemizes its gold into the empowerer. This is someone really adjusting the scales of fairness, of balance, of justice, certainly within the relationship, wanting to be fair, wanting to bring things into a more delicate place where both head and heart are at peace. What I see going on here, though, at the core is that you two are very passionate for each other. There's that for sure. Have that in the Eight of Flames. You may be exhausted in other areas of your life, but that flame between the two of you has not gone away. And again, not saying that in a twin flame sense. There's some unfinished business there. There's some momentum there that wants to play itself out. Maybe even some hunger, like a forest fire, that wants to burn out of control. But here in the recent past, the past of the contract, we've got the Three of Cups, that bonding. So there's an emotional and maybe even an empathic, intuitive bond here between the two of you with that kind of thing going on in a soulmate contract. Looking even at the Eight of Cups, you're both going into a place of emotional withdrawal. Now, not necessarily the emotional withdrawal of depression, but going into oneself. And by the way, I will point out right next to that, I put the card slow down. I didn't deliberately put it there, but that's where I put it. So it is that thing of right now that's crowning is this time of slowing things down. Summer is a good time to slow things down, right? To just relax and take it easy, particularly in a relationship. Let your nervous system relax. Let your stress unwind, your nervous system become uninflamed, and then that certainly leads you into a place of what? Seven of Pentacles, appraisal. Really looking back at this contract, even though it doesn't feel like you're back together with this person or even that you're communicating with each other yet, there's a real reevaluating it. Not, okay, this is what they're saying, not just to see whether it's worth it or not, but to see its level of worth from different aspects and directions and seeing, yes, this was something that's worth it, but more like, and here's how it was worth it, and it was worth it this way, and it was worth it this way. There's a lot of fertility here that I'm getting from this in terms of the potential of what is in this soulmate contract. Now, what is your lesson right now? You got to go it alone. The Hermit, the Wise One, the Kaliak, she who rides alone, right? Riding over Stonehenge there, or at least a stone circle, seeing things from the highest perspective, but doing it willingly, going voluntarily. This is of her own free will she does this. And then to see from the outside looking in with the card of the Magician, there is definitely something magical here in the it's a soulmate contract. Of course it would be, that there's something about heaven moving into earth, or spirit anchoring into matter, or the gods at work, or however you want to see that, but that it is willing and intentional, that there is definitely willingness on both parts. It would seem for this soulmate contract, at least a willingness for a similar experience if you don't even know each other yet, which is totally possible. But then what's it going to take? The Destiny card, the Fate to Destiny here is about the One of Blades, the Sibyl, the Ace of Swords, the new piece of information, the new download, the new communication, the new insight that you have that just moves this all forward. But this outcome of this, and that's the thing with soulmate contracts, they really don't have final outcomes because they're just chapters of the story. But we're looking at a Phoenix thing here. So my sense is that the two of you are going to continue to transform in Phoenix fire. the crucible, perhaps in twin flame relationships, or just through your own personal spiritual processes, whatever that is, your hero's journey individually, but that if you can do this through forgiveness, call upon the angel of forgiveness. Help me forgive. There's the prayer. Dear God, Goddess, all that is, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, Fred, Wilma, Zan, Jaina, help me forgive. Fred, Barney, help me forgive, right? And then with that, slow down. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself, take some time and allow things to unfold, which is perfect for the summertime, a June, July thing. And allow yourself, right? I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. And as you do that, that is part of the forgiveness process, at least as Course in Miracles teaches it. Your mind is healed by an undoing of illusions that were never true, right? Were never real in the first place. The undoing of an illusion, it just ceases to be. And you see things clearly, no longer through a glass darkly. So just keep that in mind, that healing mantra. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, because I think that's going to resolve a lot of your conflict here. That Four of Flames in the cover position for you, my Gemini Beggar archetype, knowing that you are headed for the Phoenix and the furnace of transformation. transformation in this this soulmate contract, possibly separately, so that you can then be together. That was a mouthful, and just in time for my air conditioning to come on, which I just watched the previous videos, and it's a little loud, so I'm going to try and do this without this thing on when I record again tomorrow. But let me give you the blessing. May the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in this soulmate contract for June, July 2020 are timeless. That this beggar and this saboteur may learn, may heal, may grow, may forgive, may open their mind, may slow down, may heal, may come into alignment, may go through the transformation necessary to right the scales, right, to bring things into balance so that their love can manifest freely and fully within their own lives for their well-being, the well-being of their contract, and for the well-being of all sentient life. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching, my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs friends. I love you, I love you, I love you. Please do, again, consider liking, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and commenting below. It helps other people see the content, see the readings, get the video. Cool, cool. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the rest of the summer. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.